Hey guys, so in today's plan with me, we are trying something quite different for me. We are going to try planning with only pen and washi. No stickers, no Etsy stickers, no Happy Planner stickers. I've just got washi and a butt ton of colorful pens, which are my Inkjoy gels. So I'm going to be doing this in my So Much Crafting inserts. These are the A5 size. I used to use these for my work planner, but I'm kind of in transition figuring out what works for me for work, no pun intended. And so I want to use these to try this out. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to do some memory planning from my trip. So I went on a 6-day trip to New York City. It was over my birthday. It was super fun. We had an amazing time, but we ate really good food, and just, I don't want to like lose anything that we did. Like I really want to remember that like what we did and like the names of the restaurants and all of that. So I thought this would be a good way to do it, just kind of instead of just writing everything down, try out this style. So with no further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. The one thing I am gonna do, which if you were just doing a normal week, you wouldn't need to do, I am gonna use some stickers to cover up the top. Because it was a 6-day week, I'm thinking I'll just use these as like 6 days and pretend like this is all one day and then just cover this part up with washi. But what I'm gonna do is use these Planning Roses, which is an Etsy sticker shop, use her stickers to just adjust the days so that visually I don't get confused. But obviously if you were really planning this way, like you could just do your normal Monday through Sunday plans or however you plan. But I feel like if I don't do this, I'm gonna get confused with the days as I'm going through, and also I'll kind of want to like, for when I look back at the spread, like I want to be able to reference it, like the correct days and everything. So not actually necessary to do this, but I'm just gonna do it so that I don't get confused. And this kind of lets me shift it to the actual week, like that we were there, the actual 6 days, so I can make it say like Friday. I might have wanted to white out the text, but that's okay. So yeah, we were there Friday through Wednesday. So this works out perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I think for this one, I'm really gonna have to do it sped up. And so I'll come back and probably check in with you guys, but it's gonna be a little bit of music here. I think my approach, I think I'm gonna try to even, you guys know, if you watch any of my Michael's Plan with me's, you know I love my pink and teal and gold Recollections washi, but I'm gonna try and move away from using that for like every washi Plan with me. So instead I'm gonna use, this is also Recollections, but it's kind of like this geode almost, and the colors just were really pretty. I did bring in one gold because there is some gold foiling in here. I thought it could look nice. We're gonna try this out. We'll see how it goes. So I think I'm gonna rely a lot on lettering and I'm gonna rely a lot on lettering and like colorful, yeah, we're gonna see. Okay, so I'm just laying down some of that pink washi and using the pink pen to mark down the bus trip and the time for it. And then I'm using this blue washi, and I'm gonna draw in a little doodles of some suitcases. I tried to mark down travel day. I kind of regret doing 2 full boxes for the bus trip and the travel day. I don't know what I was thinking, and then because I end up a little bit cramped at the bottom. Then I'm just cutting up some of this washi with words on it with the hello. I thought that was like a cute way to mark that we had arrived, like saying hello to New York. And again, I'm trying my hand, pun intended, at some doodling with the wine and cheese at the hotel. They had like a cute little wine and cheese hour every day at our hotel, which was awesome. We definitely took good advantage of. And then we went to dinner at our hotel, which had a really nice restaurant called David Burke's Kitchen. And I just marked that down with a gold washi flag and just kind of cut some washi into a flag just to make it a little bit more decorative. Then I am moving on to Saturday, and I am struggling with the flags. And this was my birthday, so basically I just wanted to do something decorative to mark the top of my birthday. You'll see I'm taking this gold washi and just kind of cutting it into like a double-sided flag, and then I'm going to write on it with a black Sharpie. This was okay. It didn't write like beautifully, but it got the job done, and eventually once it dried, it didn't really smear that much. And then I just on my birthday, I kind of got to pick out whatever we wanted to do. So really like it was a very like non-New York day, but like I really liked it. So I did a workout in the morning, and then we chose to stay at a hotel that had a rooftop pool because I love pools, and it was going to be summer and hot, and we wanted to be like a relaxing vacation in addition to, you know, seeing people and eating good food and going for the shows we were there for. So we went to the pool. And then you'll see that I marked down lunch at Dean and DeLuca, which we just kind of got out. We kind of ran out of time when we were out and about shopping, and we went there. And you'll see there that I marked down that I saw Tom York in person. Tom York is the lead singer of Radiohead, aka the entire reason that we booked this trip to New York. It's the band we were seeing on Tuesday night. They're like my favorite band of all time, and I saw the lead singer of Radiohead in Dean and DeLuca. I didn't say anything because my husband basically convinced me that so basically Tom York is really famous for kind of hating being famous. And so I decided not to bug him. I kind of regret it, but oh well. Anyway, rest of the day, marked down getting my nails done with a little doodle, put in a little champagne bottle because my husband had some waiting for us when we got back to the hotel, which was super cute. And then marked down dinner, and which was a really great Greek restaurant kind of close to where we stayed. And then on to Sunday, we met up with my father-in-law and his wife and for brunch. And I wrote down the wrong restaurant for brunch. I'll correct it later in the day. But we met up with them for brunch, which was really fun because they live outside the city. And then that afternoon, we went to the Nintendo store and kind of walked around that area, which is more in like Midtown. And so went to, what's that place called? Like Rockefeller Center, saw all that. We'd seen that before, so it was just kind of walking around, but just kind of marking down that afternoon. We were surprised that the Nintendo store didn't do more for like the Pokemon thing. We were both really into Pokemon Go. My husband's just a Nintendo fan generally, so he wanted to go anyway, but we were expecting there to be like at least, you know, a gym and like a whole promo around it, and they really weren't doing much, which was surprising. And then we had an amazing dinner at an Italian restaurant called Il Molino, which was super, super rich, but was super, super delicious. And so I used the little word washi to kind of draw extra attention to it. And then I'm taking this washi at the bottom. I didn't love how the color matched, but I really liked the message that it said adventure awaits. So I thought that was super cute. And again, using that word washi, I think is like a fun way to add like some extra decoration with the play and explore and then the adventure awaits. And then moving on to Thursday. Sorry, you guys are out of frame. Oh, there we go. So on Thursday morning, on Monday morning, we went to Italy, which is like Mario Batali's like Italian food emporium, and my husband loves Italian food, so we walked around there for a while, looked at all the different stuff they have to offer, and we ate lunch there. And then that afternoon, I'm trying to cut out some little gold flags, and like they just weren't working. It was kind of hard to like get, so I had to do bigger ones, which I didn't love as much, but that's okay. I got the opportunity to meet one of my husband's best friends from high school, so that was fun. I met up with them for a little bit, and then I gave them some bro time and went back to the pool just to hang out again. And then we had a show that night, Wicked, but before the show we went to this really cute, like almost like speakeasy called Bar Centrale. It wasn't like marked on the outside. It was recommended to us by a friend that was not far from the theater, so that was great. And then I'm cutting up some washi. I wanted to have something that was more like a movie marquee, but obviously with washi we don't have that, and I couldn't draw one. I tried and I just couldn't. And so I cut up that gold washi kind of zigzaggy to like mark it out, and I thought that actually looked pretty cute. On to Tuesday morning, kind of our last full day there. That night we had Radiohead. So we had a quick lunch near our hotel at like a cute little place. I just had like avocado toast. It was fine. It wasn't like anything particularly unique. And then that day, the bulk of that day, we actually just spent walking the High Line, and then also just kind of walking back from the south end of the High Line. So in total, we walked 6 miles that day, which was pretty cool. And the High Line was really fun. We had both like been to New York previously and done a lot of the tourist stuff, but the High Line's only been opened in like the last 5 or 6 years or whatever. So we hadn't done that, and you got some great views. And I think layering those 2 gold washies kind of marked it out as something like special and kind of marked out that we spent the whole day doing it. And then dinner was kind of a bust, so we ended up getting like Shake Shack really quick because it was kind of near Madison Square Garden. And then of course there was Radiohead, and I just put the Washi on top of Washi again, trying to mark it out as something special. The show was amazing, like absolutely amazing. You know, it was like truly a bucket list thing, and I'm so glad we went, and like that I got to see them on this tour. It was like truly like, you know, like a spiritual, it was like really amazing. And then on Wednesday morning, we were taking the train out, but the final thing we did, we discovered this near our hotel. There was a cat cafe, which is like a cafe on one side, and the other side is like a room with cats. And there's like 10 or 15 cats, and we got to hang out with cats for a while. Oh, and then the last thing I'm doing here is I'm fixing that brunch thing, and then I gave myself room for writing down suggestions for next time. So I had gotten a bunch of tips and like recommendations from friends that have lived in New York, and I had those in my email, but I figured I might as well put them here because that was only like a half day because we were traveling. So I put down a little space for that in the bottom corner, which I thought was a cute idea. Just filling in the dates and just making sure Radiohead is super bold, and that is it for this spread. Okay, so here is the finished spread. I just need to go back through my emails and copy down my suggestions for next time section. But I actually am like fairly pleased with how this turned out. I think it looks super cute this way. The only washies I really used were like this one tube from Recollections by Michaels. It was this geode washi, and then I also added in this gold foil, or this gold one that was also from Michaels. And then the one gold word one, this one. So 2 from one set, and then these from another. And honestly, I'm like super happy with how this turned out. I am quite I feel like it still looks very decorative, I guess, is what I'm surprised at. You know, once you bring in enough different washies, the accent colors in the text, and then adding in some little like attempts at doodles, I actually am kind of like, okay, like this could be like a true spread. I mean, let me know what you guys think below for sure. So obviously I used this spread as kind of like memory keeping, just so I could have all what we did on that vacation down on paper so that I could remember it for the future. But I do think this style could work for pre-planning. You know, you kind of would need to know what you're going to be doing, or you could just leave some sections blank. But I don't think there's any reason that this couldn't work for like normal, like prospective planning as opposed to retrospective. Let me know what you think. Honestly, the main limitation for me is it's kind of time intensive. Like, you know, doing all the there's a reason I did this video sped up, like doing all the hand lettering, and then also trying to like cut all the washi and thinking about what you want, you know, how to make things decorative and cutting different flags and stuff. It definitely took like a little bit of time, honestly, probably more so than just kind of going through and laying down the kits or the stickers normally from an Etsy sticker shop. But I think if you're willing to spend a little bit of time, this is definitely a creative way to save money but still have a really like pretty and decorative spread. So let me know, as always, what you guys thought below. Let me try and give you a little bit of close-up. Sometimes that gold washi looks a little funny depending on my lighting. But yeah, I am super pleased. I don't know. Let me know what you thought below. I was pleasantly surprised. I thought I'd really miss the stickers, and like obviously having some Happy Planner stickers or even Etsy stickers would have made this very cute. I still think it looks really fun without them. So let me know what you thought below. Give this a video a thumbs up if you did enjoy this more experimental style, and go ahead and subscribe to see more budget plan with me's in the future. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.